I've been studying a lot and trying to figure out why some people have the ability to excel in life and be successful, why others constantly struggle with just trying to maintain, and they never feel like they can really ever get ahead in life. And I listen to a lot of podcasts and I do a lot of studying, and something really hit me. I was listening to Andy Frisella, and for any of you guys that know, he runs the podcast Real AF, or MFCEO Project is what he used to run. And he described it perfectly, and I want to relay it to you guys. And what he calls it is basically your ability to self-coach, okay? So think of it this way. Every elite athlete, they have a coach around them at all times, except they can't do it 24 hours, right? They're going to get maybe 18 hours of the day, and they have somebody that's constantly in their face being able to do that. Now, as an entrepreneur, as whatever you do in your business, you don't have that luxury. So we really have to learn the ability to self-coach ourselves, right? Because we're our own coach. We're with us every hour of the day. And he coined it perfectly. He called it, we all deal with our bitch voice or our boss voice. You know, and even people, you know I look at people and I'm like, dude, this guy is always on. He seems to just, everything he does, he never seems like he has anything that he doubts about himself. And what I've realized the more and more I talk with successful people is they struggle with it more than anybody sometimes, because they're in a public eye a lot and they have those moments where they're just like, I don't think I can do this anymore. But what they've learned is their ability to self-coach. They've learned their ability to, when that bitch voice rises up of, you know what, you don't need to make those other 2 calls. You've just worked 12 hours. Just go home and have a beer. You know what? You don't need to go ahead and rep out that last set. You know what? You've already done 3 sets. Just go home. Or you know what? It's 6 p.m. on Friday. Just relax. Everybody else is at home. Everybody else works a 9 to 5. Just go home, right? It's that voice that justifies actions because they may be a little bit better than what the average population is doing, right? And it prevents you from really growing. Whereas the boss voice, or basically the ability to self-coach yourself at all time, is what you have to really learn to lean on. And you have to realize in your mind when it's coming about, and realizing when that self-doubt is creeping in, to immediately rectify it. Well, how do you do that? Well, every coach, you have to coach yourself to a goal. And there's a very different goal. Let's say for myself, I set the example if I want to get in the best shape of my life. And that's one of my goals right now, is get in the best shape of my life before my 38th birthday. Well, I can't just say, I want to get in good shape. No, I have to have a specific goal. So my goal is to get my body fat down to 9%. I want to be single-digit body fat. It's a very specific goal, and it keeps me on point. And I know to accomplish that goal, when I'm at the gym or I'm running and I work out 7 days a week, whether it's running or biking, I made that commitment. It's a very specific goal. I'm going to work out 7 days a week for 45 minutes or longer a day doing a physical exercise no matter what, okay? And I stick to that specific goal. And if I tell myself on Sunday, you've already worked out 6 times this week, just take a relax. No. I correct myself, I coach myself and say, no, you are getting to X, Y, and Z point. You get your butt up and you get out there, whether you have to say that to yourself out loud or not. Or the same thing's true if you're a loan officer, if you're in real estate, which I know a lot of my audience is. You know, when you don't want to make that last call, you don't want, dude, make it. You know what? Do not finish your day. Be that coach in your mind. Make those last couple calls, right? Or if you feel like you don't want to do those last 2 or 3 sets, you know what? Do 5. Punish yourself for having that self-doubt, and you learn to correct yourself, because that is the difference. The difference of people that are truly very successful just have the ability to coach themselves better and realize when that bitch voice is starting to control them and overtake it and be the boss and coach them to success. But you can't do that if you don't have a specific goal and you're not realizing when you are allowing yourself to be complacent. You have to realize that, immediately correct it, and stick at that goal. So, you know, what's going to rule your world? The bitch voice, or are you going to be the boss?